It's fine. How about Bernhard Schlink?
Bernhard Schlink, maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I read The Reader.
10 years ago.
10 years ago. And it was the great memories of reading. I think it's a very important novel. I was a little bit disappointed by the other novels of Bernhard Schlink after. But the Reader, it's an amazing text. And I was fascinated by the relationship between the young protagonist and the woman. And I don't know if the audience watched the movie from Stephen Daldry. Did you watch the movie, the adaptation of The Reader with Kate Winslet?
Oh, yeah.
No? It's an interesting movie, and the interpretation of Kate Winslet in this all-female character, it's a very good interpretation.
Well, let's move on to your text, because there is perhaps more than just a fleeting similarity between The Reader and Brodeck. They are basically, one does not know how to read and therefore uses that, and the other one is a chronicler. Is that correct? A chronicler about a particular event. Do you want to tell us a bit about the event without giving away the plot?
Brodeck's story is the story of a survivor who came back in his village after to be a prisoner in a concentration camp, and he wanted to continue his life with his wife, with his daughter, with his grandma, and he wanted to forget all bad events. But the comeback of Brodeck in his village is very difficult, because each villager didn't want to see again Brodeck, because Brodeck is a personification of a guilty of la traîtrise.
Betrayal.
Betrayed, thank you. And so it's difficult for Brodeck to survive after the experience in a concentration camp. And one day, a stranger, foreigner, come in the village, and this foreigner wanted to live in their village in a beautiful landscape of mountains. But suddenly, these villagers are afraid by the new face in their life, and there is a crime, and the villager wanted that Brodeck make a report about this crime, because Brodeck is the only one who make studies in the university. And I wanted to compose a novel about the difficulty to rebirth after a drama, the possibility to, the possibility that happen a genocide everywhere, and the difference between maybe the Reader and Brodeck's report. When you read The Reader of Bernhard Schlink, you know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The events of Germany during the Second World War. And in Brodeck's report, I wanted to compose a fiction in nowhere, you know. It's a no land.
Right.
It's a no land, it's a no time. And I wanted to go until the legend, the myth, the tale. Because I consider, maybe I'm wrong, I consider that it's more the impact about the reader. It may be sometimes, especially in this case, more efficient, you know.
More powerful.
More powerful,
Yeah.
thank you. More powerful when you try to extract the roots of the history. the roots of the violence, the roots of the genocide. And I wanted to make a tale, because if in 2005-10 you write a novel about the Jewish genocide during the Second World War, it's too easy for the reader to think, ah yes, it's terrible, it's a drama, but it's a past, you know? It was during the Second World War, it was in Germany, I live today in Paris and in New York, it's past. It's not my story. It's impossible that the story happen again today. So, but with the Armenian genocide before, with the Shoah, with the genocide in Cambodia, with the genocide in Rwanda, in ex-Yugoslavia, etc., etc., we discover that the genocide is a part of our humanity. And I wanted to try to expose that, to explain that.
No, very well said, very well said. One last question. It is said that the first sentence, I wish I had the book with me, but you probably know what the first sentence is. You said, because I'm always interested in how writers begin a work. What makes them want to write this story? And for you it came in one sentence, is that correct? Or two sentences?
Yes, yes, but I think there is two real and honest answer. One fact, during one night I make a dream, not about a figure, about a scene, just about a sentence. And I wake up in the morning with this sentence in my mind. It was, je m'appelle Brodek et je n'y suis pour rien. And I wrote immediately on the paper this sentence. And it was the beginning of the novel. It was the first sentence. It's like it was like a key for me, you know, key for open the memory. And this, but the other answer is that I think this novel was maybe the last step on a big mountain, you know. And I tried to climb on this mountain since my childhood. Because I remember when I was 10, my mother explained that one day, when she was 8, during the Second World War, two policemen came in the schoolhouse, the classroom, and put their finger about two young girls, like my mother, and this young girl, a friend of my mother, two young Jewish girls, go out with a policeman and take the train for Auschwitz. And for me, the story, when my mother told me the story when I was 10, it was impossible to understand for me why two policemen in a small village in the northeast of France can and keep two innocent girls. And I think many years later, Brodek's report is the result of this interrogation, this question, of this impossibility to understand this fact, you know. And I remember when I finished this novel, and when this novel was published 3 years ago, during the interview, I thought every time that Brodek's report will be my last one novel, the ultimate. That after maybe for me the writing is over, and because it was like at the end of a very long thinking and writing process.
I understand. Thank you very much.